this video, we're going to solve a complex resistor problem. So we're going to work out the total resistance for the following circuit. So let's just draw the circuit for you. So here I've got a variable power supply and we're going to go through a variety of resistors. The first resistor is in series, then I've got a group of 3 resistors in parallel, and this is then joined to a group of 2 resistors also in parallel. So what I've got to do for each of the parallel circuits is basically convert them into single resistors, get them into a single series loop, and then add them together. So I know that R1 is 10 ohms, R2 is 15 ohms, R3 is 20 ohms, R4 is 5 ohms, as is R5 and 6. Okay, so let's write down our initial algorithms. I know for series that the total resistance is the sum of all the resistors that I've got, R1 plus R2 plus all the others, whereas the total resistance in parallel is the reciprocal of all of the resistors. So let's start off dealing with the resistors 2, 3 and 4, so the first parallel circuit. So I've got 2, 3 and 4, so we were looking at this group of resistors. We're going to convert them into one single resistor. I'm going to call that total resistance R7. So as a result, 1 over R7 equals 1 over R2 plus 1 over R3 plus 1 over R4. So I get 1 over 15 plus 1 over 20. It should read 1 over 5, not 1 over 15. So 1 over R7 equals 19 over 60. I've then got to flip it over, and then finding the reciprocal, I get 3.2 ohms for R7. I'm now going to deal with the second parallel circuit, R5 and R6. I'm going to call that total resistance R8. So again, I get 1 over R5 plus 1 over R6, which is 1/5 plus 1/5, which I then flip on its head to make 5 over 2, which gives me 2.5 ohms. So R7 is 3.2 ohms, R8 is 2.5 ohms. Now I combine these together to make a series circuit, which in this case has got 3 resistors. Now as I build it all together, you can see that the 3 resistors are R1, which is 10 ohms. I got that from the initial question. R2 is basically, R7 is 3.2 ohms, and R8 is 2.5 ohms. So I put all that information on my chart. Now I know for a series circuit that I just add all the resistors together. RT equals R1 plus R7 plus R8. So I get 10 plus 3.2 plus 2.5 gives me a total resistance of 15.7 ohms for the whole circuit. Thanks for watching.